Grouping objects. Sometimes it is handy to group objects. So this eye, for example, would be a good place for me to group these objects so that they're a little bit easier to move around. And I'm going to copy this eye rather than creating a whole new one from scratch. So grouping that makes everything a little bit easier. I'm going to select all of the circles that I want to group, so all 3 of those circles that make up the eye, and then I will hit Control G on my keyboard or Object and Group. Keep in mind that the reason why this is grayed out is because I have already grouped those objects. So notice that I selected those by, I'm going to step backwards here. So I ungrouped that. I selected it by clicking on the first one, pressing and holding the Shift key, clicking on the next one, still the Shift key is pressed in, and then I will click on the last one. So now this circle, and this circle are all selected. So again, I could Control G to group that if I wanted to. So let's say I have that grouped. Now what I could do is, I have one eye, I could press and hold the Option key, click and drag over, and now I quickly have 2 eyes. If I wanted to move that group around in my layers panel, I could do that, so I can move it up and down. It just sort of temporarily groups things so that you're able to move them all together pretty easily. Again, I can always ungroup that if I need to. So right now that group right here that makes up his left eye is selected. So I could go to Object, Ungroup, which is also Control Shift G.